So hello traders and welcome to this week. Today is on July 21st, being on a Monday. And I decided that every day I'll be doing a gold analysis because I know majority of the traders in my community do really look at gold. So beginning from the monthly time frame, I'm going to do a top-down analysis. So from the monthly time frame, you can see we are very bearish. From the weekly time frame, we can see some bit of consolidation. We can say that the price has been consolidating here, and this is whereby we begin now seeing the bullish peanut that I've been talking about. That the price has been consolidating in a bullish peanut, and where we are almost now, we are almost in a verge of seeing a bullish breakout because that is what we had been anticipating. And the moment we have that breakout, then we will be looking at the prices coming all the way to this particular level, 3,500, where we have our all-time high. So this is the place where we have our all-time high at that particular moment, at that particular level. So we might be seeing the price of gold really maybe probably creating another all-time high, but we will look at the key. We will be looking first of all at the breakout from this particular peanut. So that peanut, bullish peanut, is still very visible even from the daily time frame. You can see it's clearly visible. So we can say that the price of gold has been consolidating in a bullish peanut, and therefore what we are looking at is the breakout of this particular level. So in case you are looking at it in terms of supports and resistance, then when you come to the 4 hour time frame, you'll be able to realize that we have been having a very key resistant level here between that 360 and that 375, right? That 375, that 375 is around that particular level. Yeah, that 375, that 360. Okay. So we have been seeing the price of gold facing this huge resistance level that we have. And the moment we see the price now break above this resistance level, as you can see, we are gaining the momentum. You see that momentum. So the moment we break also that resistance level, it means that the price will be coming to retest this upper trend line for the bullish peanut. And we might be looking or eyeballing some buying opportunity. Okay, so this is how maybe probably can go to the 1 hour time frame so that we can be able to see how we can be able to align ourselves. Okay, so from the 1 hour time frame, when you look at the 1 hour time frame, what we have around this particular level, apart from the resistant level, we still have an OB at around this particular point, all right, there. So, which is almost to the support level. We see the price reached sometimes almost to that particular point where we have the daily OB, the 1 hour OB. And what I'll be looking at is that in case we have a breakout from that particular point, then I'll be looking for long positions. All right, I'll be looking for long positions or buying position, and I'll be targeting the price coming to the 6,665, the 3,500 level, right there where we have the all-time high. And I'll be looking at the price, taking those liquidities, and therefore creating maybe probably another new all-time high. So what I'll be monitoring here. So you can just push these aside because again, remember it's important to go to the lower time frames so as to try and now minimize the risk because so that you can be able to fine tune that particular entry and also based on the price action that the price is going to create even as it pushes higher. So, but as it looks as per now, what we are looking at is that in case maybe probably price is able to retrace back to these particular levels, right? Because here what we can see, we are seeing a very strong higher highs and higher lows. So that's a very strong trend. The price has been creating the break of structure. As you can see, we have that break of structure. So I can market that. We still have this other break of structure that the price is creating there. We have about 23 minutes from the time I'm recording this for that daily candlestick to close. And therefore, once we get that, therefore we'll be looking at the prices retracing to that particular point, and we will be eyeballing our buys. All right, we will be eyeballing buys like that. Okay, because what we have seen here is the price has taken out the liquidities of yesterday, the buy side liquidities, creating the BOS, and therefore we anticipate maybe to see a retracement on the downside to this particular point, whereby now we are going to look at some buying opportunities. Looking at about a risk to reward ratio of 1:4, right? Risk to reward ratio of 1:4. So for today, I'm looking at more bullish prices. I'm looking at more bullish prices. You can see even from the daily, from the 15 minutes time frame, I'm looking at more bullish prices for gold. And yeah, so we will be eyeballing those particular levels. Remember, the moment we see a breakout from this particular point, that is from the 4 time frame. Therefore, we will be eyeballing the prices to come all the way up here to create the all-time high. But don't forget, the moment we see the breakout here, of course, our first target should be around this particular point, because we have a bearish order block. Okay, so we will be looking at maybe probably taking some partials here, putting our stop loss at break even before now we start eyeballing more bullish prices. Okay, so um so that's what we will be looking at for gold today. So in case we see some rejection here, therefore, the best thing, remember, daily, monthly, weekly. Daily, weekly, and monthly shows us that we are bullish, and therefore it is important to align ourselves in bullish trajectory. So in case the price comes here and rejects from this particular level, then we will be looking at the price coming here, so that now we can be able to buy. Okay, so that we can be able to buy. However, you can still even go to the lower time frames from this particular level. You fine tune these particular entries, maybe from let's look at it even from the 15 minutes time frame. So from the 15 minutes time frame, this is what I'm talking about. So we need to go to these lower time frames. And now we have our level like that. Okay, we have our level like that. So that the moment now we come back to the 1 hour time frame, therefore we will be looking at maybe probably this kind of scenarios. So let me show you. So you can see how we have been able to minimize the risk. Okay. So this setup will be valid once we have a breakout. So we can push it aside. All right. But now, this also setup here will be valid the moment now we see the price revisit this particular zone. So we can also push it that particular point. Okay. So the moment we see the price revisit this zone. But what is likely to happen, maybe probably in case the price does not revisit, maybe the price pushes up before now retracing to coming to this zone. Therefore, it means that we can be able to eyeball some selling opportunities as well from this particular point, okay? Because it's a valid high probability order block, all right? It is a valid high probability order block. So we can be able to eyeball some sales to that particular point. So that's what I'm looking at. Okay. So those are the scenarios that I'll be considering for gold today, tomorrow, or maybe probably this week, because it will we will see the price materialize in that particular manner. So looking at maybe probably some key things that are likely to affect the prices of gold today, I mean at this particular week, we are looking at maybe probably the economic releases, whereby we have until I think until Thursday, then that's when we have the unemployment claims and also the manufacturing and service PMI for the dollar. So it's quite a cool week for the dollar fundamentally, but again we can't ignore the US tariffs that are ongoing, because we are looking at the markets maybe probably closing a deal. Maybe, I mean, we are looking at different countries maybe rushing for negotiations so that they can be able to close a deal before the August 1st deadline. So that is likely to affect the prices of gold, especially maybe the deals, because you're anticipating maybe to hear from the EU, we're anticipating to hear from Canada, Mexico. So we anticipate the whatever transpires in terms of tariffs to be able to influence the prices of gold. So we might be seeing maybe probably more bullish prices because when we have anytime we have anytime we have the geopolitical tensions, anytime we have tariff pressures, we find that people tend to run to gold as a safe haven. So that might influence the prices of gold. Okay, so also the Federal Reserve policy. We might see maybe probably the Federal Reserve might give some cues in terms of whether cutting the rates or maybe probably holding the rate the same. Remember, last week we were able to witness a slight increment in the CPI. So the tone of the Fed, again, maybe pro different speeches from Fed officials is also likely to impact the prices of gold. All right. So with that, let's monitor what transpires. So we are looking for sales. If we see rejection from this particular level, we will be looking for buys in case the price comes all the way to, in case the price comes to this level, then we'll be looking for buys. Once the price breaks above this particular zone, therefore we will be looking for buys as well. Using this particular setup that we have here. And let's yeah, so even from the 1 hour time frame, we still have that particular level. Let's minimize this level also with the lower time frames. From the 15 time frame, let's particularly minimize that particular level. So from the 15 minutes time frame, we can have it at that particular point because what you can see here is also some very strong resistance. All right, we see the price resistant of prices from this particular level, so that when now we go back, we are able to fine tune our setup. All right, we are able to fine tune our setup in terms of entry. So uh, let me show you what I'm talking about. So we can go to the 1 hour time frame so that we can be able to see the price. All right. So at this particular point, like I said, what we'll be looking at here is taking partials. So in case these setup, in case we have the breakout above this particular zone, therefore we'll be looking for buys using this particular setup. And at this particular point, we will be monitoring for some. We will be monitoring for taking partials, or probably we can have it because that's a key level that the price is likely to react to. We can have it like that. We target up to that particular point, and the moment now we see a breakout above that particular level, therefore now we can be able to eyeball maybe probably even more buys. But originally, the bigger picture is the price coming all the way to take out the liquidities at 500 levels, all right, at that 500 levels, all right. So that's what we are going to monitor today. So we see how the price is going to react from our levels. And with that, I wish you all the very best. And join me again tomorrow for another gold market analysis.